All right, let's go ahead and get started. Just a second here. Brandon, you need to turn that down. All right. My name is Jimmy Talbert, and I'm really excited about what we're going to be going through today. We're going to be covering some of my favorite strategies. I do have Mr. Brandon Bugata in here as well. He's going to be helping me manage the chat just to help ensure that we have everybody taken care of. Now, I know that we have people registered from literally all around the country, so what I'd like you to do is go ahead and fill into the chat where you're calling in from, where you're in from. Now, you are on listen-only mode, so that's really the only way that that we're going to hear you. But so fill into the chat where you're calling in from. So I've got Milton. I've got San Francisco, another one, San Francisco, New Orleans, Dallas. I've got Orlando. They are coming in fast. Look at that. Scottsdale, you're just up the road from us. Flagstaff, we've got Richmond, Virginia, Alexandria, Virginia, Louisiana, Beacon, New York. Look at that. We've got California, another here in Scottsdale. Orlando, we've got Toronto, Houston, Woodland Hills. We've got Green Bay, Albuquerque, Dustin. All right, these are coming in faster than I can keep up with. But I appreciate you filling those in and everything. They're coming in quick. So my chat box is about 1 inch by 1 inch in size. So when they come in that quick, it's fast. I know that we got a lot of people on here. We got a lot of amazing content to cover today. So my name is Jimmy Talbert, and I'm the marketing manager here at Chime. I absolutely love what I do, and I'm excited to share this content with you specifically. So my commitment to you as we go through this now, let me make sure that we got, all right, making sure that it's sharing the appropriate screen. So my commitment to you as we go through this is to, one, deliver clear and direct information, to give you immediately actionable strategies and step-by-step instructions on how you can accomplish these things, to use case studies and real-world examples where I can, and then also to answer 100% of your questions. And there's going to be several surprises along the way to those who stick around till the end. So I always like to start with a quote. My quote today comes from Mr. Howard Schultz. Howard says, in anything we do, any endeavor, it's not what you do, it's why you do it. So one thing I'm going to ask of you as we go through this content today is to think about your why. Why did you start doing what you do? Why real estate specifically? What did you set out to accomplish, and where are you at with those goals? Also, to just be engaged as we go through these things. Be open to new ideas. Be vulnerable, okay? What got you here is not what's going to get you there. And keep that in the back of your mind as we think about your business here. And keep your client at the top of your mind, because that's who you serve, and that's what's most important. Obviously, take notes, ask questions, and stay till the end. Like I said, you'll be happy that you did. If you're asking yourself, is this content for me? Are you a new real estate professional that wants to grow your business quickly? Then yes, this is be for you. Now, if you answer yes to any of the questions that I'm going to ask right here, then yes, this content's absolutely for you. So, are you an established real estate professional that's ready to leverage the power of technology in this ever-changing digital world? And yes, this is absolutely going to be for you. Have you committed to differentiating yourself from your competition? Then yes, this is going to be for you. Are you open to new ideas and new strategies? Again, the world's changing, and how to grow your real estate business is changing as well. And are you willing to invest the time, energy, and resources to actually execute the strategies that you learned today? Then yes, this content will be for you. All right. Now, it may not be for everybody, though. So if you find yourself in one of these categories, it may not be for you. So if you don't believe in the power of technology, then no, this may not be for you. If you believe a lead is lost because they ignore you once, right, or they don't show up to an appointment, or they don't buy on your timeline, they're buying on their own timeline, well, this may not be for you then. If if you operate like an employee as opposed to a business owner, well, then this may not be for you. If you're just looking for kind of that silver bullet or magic pill, but you don't want to put in the work to actually be successful, again, this may not be for you. And if you just kind of intend to follow the norm or the status quo as far as what worked 20 years ago is all that's going to work today, well, then no, that you may not relate with what we're going to be going through today. So if this is your first introduction to Chime, welcome, and thank you for taking time out of your day to to come here and listen to this today and hopefully learn a lot. But what are we? Well, Chime, we're a community of growth-minded real estate professionals. We offer innovative real estate growth or business growth strategies, and obviously the technology that helps you actually facilitate those strategies and execute them. So that's sort of us as a company. We've been around for just a few years, and we've grown very quickly. So we went from 0 to over 10,000 active users, all real estate professionals who trust Chime every day to help them grow their business today. And it's been an exciting journey. So a quote that I really like says, "A man without a purpose is like a ship without a rudder." Now, my rudder in my life is my family in many ways. So on the left side, you see a picture of me and my dad and my brother at a football game. And the reason that that's part of why I do what I do is because my dad here in the Phoenix area, my dad was in many ways an entrepreneur, but he focused in real estate. So he started out as a land planner, designing master plan communities, golf courses, things of that nature. He then went on to, he had a few different businesses, both real estate development businesses or land development businesses, as well as real estate businesses, some of which were very successful, some of which were not, depending on the market. Okay. And so that's why I love the industry that I'm able to work in now, helping real estate professionals grow their business. Now, on the other side, I've got my family, and I've got my 3 young kids. They're 9, 8, and 6, and they keep me very busy. But just like in a growing family, the way that you have to have a set of core principles and values that you raise your family by, here at Chime, you can't grow as fast as we have without a set of core values and principles that we 100% of the time operate by. We hire and fire based on these things. So one, there on the left side, under believe, right? We believe in people and their dreams. This is impactful for me because people didn't always believe in my father's dreams as an entrepreneur. We empower real estate professionals to be successful. We listen, we care, we serve, and there's always a better way. And we try to be innovative. We try to be progressive in what we do and how we do it. So what we're going to cover today specifically is, why do some real estate professionals thrive, yet the majority really struggle to just survive? The other thing is, what can you do to thrive in this changing digital world? Make your real estate business absolutely thrive in this ever-changing world, and what technologies are available to help. So to start with, why do very few actually thrive, yet so many, and the vast majority, just simply survive? So let's kind of break down that question, and first look at the ultimate survivor. So the ultimate survivor would be who? It would be the caveman, right? So let's think about the caveman's day, and I want you to think about your real estate business and see if in some ways there's some similarities. So caveman wakes up in the morning. He goes out and finds the herd of animals, singles out literally the weakest of the herd, and the sort of that low-hanging fruit, right? And he clubs them down, drags them back to his cave, and eats fat and happy for a night. And then the next day, he wakes up and he decides he's going to go out again. But what about when the herd moves? Right? Well, this is the same as when things don't happen in your business, and you start seeing these peaks and valleys in your revenue or in your commission, and it happens every day because the herd moved, right? Someone moved your cheese. It's just what happens. So what's the problem with survival marketing? Survival marketing is that it's always keeping you chasing that next deal, chasing that next whatever, and hoping it comes through. Okay? It's sort of that spray and pray mentality. And you end up lacking the confidence that your strategy will bring you a true surplus of new clients. So let's break this down and look at a survival sales and marketing funnel, which is really what I would call the typical sales and marketing funnel in most businesses. So what are the different stages of that? Well, first of all, you go out and hopefully generate interest or get leads, right? And this is usually the most expensive part of your funnel in most cases. And then you sell the hot leads, right? It feels good. You get a few clients, you sigh in relief, and then you start right over again. And I think that everybody would agree, every business owner that I've ever met anyways would absolutely agree that the biggest cost to your business is missed opportunity. So there's three major holes in this funnel and it happens to everybody that are there. So it starts with lost interest. So people who you meet but don't get their information, people who visit your website but don't give you any information, people who call in and hang up before you grab their information. Okay, the next is lost leads. So leads that you get that don't ever convert. And then the next is in lost clients, meaning someone who maybe you work with on one thing, but as we know, people buy more than one house throughout their life, and they may or may not work with you again. Okay, so let's put some numbers behind this. So you get in front of a certain amount of people every quarter, every year, every month. You decide how you want to look at this, but you get a certain amount of leads, and then from that you're going to get, let's say, 10 customers, right? And so if you wanted to double your revenue, what could you do? Well, theoretically, you could go out and you could pay for twice as many leads, and you might be able to do that, but then you're going to have twice as much work in converting them, and you're probably going to have to hire a handful of other people to help you work through those people. Okay, but if the real question is if there's opportunity there, right? What happened to the other 90 people? Well, at the end of the day, they end up slipping through the cracks. They're not followed up with. Okay, they just wanted maybe a value of a home. They end up they just weren't serious at the time, because what? It's all about timing. Here's the harsh reality. People buy when they're ready to buy, not always when you're ready to sell. If you're a real estate professional, I hope that you're always ready to sell something, but that doesn't mean that they're always ready. And so what really happens is you're just throwing all these in the trash because you didn't follow up appropriately. So what's the answer or the solution to that? Well, to capitalize on that opportunity. Now, again, you could double the output by doubling everything at the top of the funnel, but that will simply make you your revenue would double, but not your profitability, because you're going to have additional costs everywhere throughout that funnel. In fact, you may end up being less profitable if you're bringing on other people to help you follow up with these leads. So what do? You automate that follow up. You offer value along the way. You educate. Okay, you nurture them. You retarget them when you can, and make the sale, and rinse and repeat by consistently following up. Okay, successful real estate professionals are going to quit that survival style of marketing. So let's look at this another way. So if you I want you to think about your clients, your prospects, your leads, and think about your real estate business as if it is a strawberry field. And every lead, every client, everyone is a strawberry out in that field. And you go out to harvest that field, and you end up with something that looks kind of like this. You got some furry ones there in the front. You probably have some good ones there in the middle, and then you got green ones there in the back. So if these are representing leads, what are you actually closing in your business? How many people are closing 5% of the leads that they get? How many people are closing 10%? How many people realistically have absolutely no idea because they're not tracking? Well, if you're closing 5 or 10%, then what you're saying is that the fruit in your garden looks something like this. You have this big category of bad fruit and this little sliver of good fruit. Well, I don't think that it actually is like this, personally. I think that it actually looks something more like this. You have some that are ready right away, and we understand that. You have others that have the making of a good client, a good piece of fruit, but it needs a little bit of love, needs a little bit of care. And then you have others that could be ready at one point, but it's going to be a while. So what is the difference there? Well, the difference is how often you connect with them. Okay. Over 65% of real estate leads are not followed up with after the first call. That's insane. Okay. And very few deals are won there. But we know that in the most conservative estimates, deals are typically won after the 5th to 10th meaningful engagement. I'll tell you what, if you call someone and even if you leave a voicemail that they never listened to, that's not a meaningful engagement to anyone. Okay. That's just a waste of time. You gotta be following up. You got to continuously follow up. It's difficult. Or in other words, you got to go out and you got to water your garden. Now, watering pail here, okay, is a way to be able to do that, a way to nurture those leads. And the great thing is, at the end of the day, though this might take a lot of time and be a lot of work, it's very manual in this case, okay, you have the desired result. But what if in your business and in your with what you do, you could reach much further? What if you could expand that reach so much further? So let's compare and contrast the watering pail with the automatic sprinkler system here. One obviously requires a lot more planning, a lot more time. You might have to rely on an expert in order to draw this out for you and how you're going to do it. Okay. It's going to do things, but it's working for you so that you can just work on harvesting the fruit and planning what's next for your business. Planning ahead, right? Not just thinking about the here and now, but thinking about the next month, next quarter, next year, and what you'd like to have happen. And at the end of the day, you have something that looks more like a real business as opposed to a hobby in your backyard. So when I'm saying communicate, when I'm saying to have these touches along the way, okay, I'm not talking about everyone who you dump into an email marketing into a constant contact or something like that, and then you blast out, or every now and again when you run through a spreadsheet and call a bunch of people. Okay, I'm talking about communication that's very, very, very personal, and it's all about being targeted with your communication, being timely, and having both your sales and your marketing touches be meaningful and relevant, almost anticipated, because we want it to be personalized along the way. Because what are we doing? We're building relationships. We're establishing trust so that you can convert more people, more leads into clients. So what are our takeaways from this strawberry example or strawberry analogy? Well, one, it's important to know what's in your field. You need data to know exactly what's going on. You need to be able to know how people are engaging. It's also important to not let your leads rot on the vine anymore. And growth happens when systems and automation are leveraged effectively. So the question here is, because I don't think that anything that I've said here is rocket science necessarily. It's just a matter of knowing how to engage, knowing how to follow up, right? So why don't more businesses, more real estate professionals do it this way? Why aren't they following up with everybody every time in meaningful ways? Well, the reality is running a business can be difficult. Okay. You got your website out there. Hopefully you got things like your landing pages. If you're running those, you got your social media to manage. You've got you've got networking events and all these places where people might hear about you. And then you've got, open houses. You've got your client meetings. You have to schedule. You're managing a calendar. Once you get leads, you have to start organizing them. Maybe you're using a spreadsheet for that. Maybe you're using a CRM for that. Maybe you're using some sort of email marketing system. Maybe you're using an SMS or text message system. But the problem is, as the owner, like I said, this wasn't set up for people who think of themselves as an employee of anything. This is for people who are business minded. So if you're doing all these things and you're the one doing it, well, at the end of the day, you end up becoming sort of this human USB cord that's trying to tie them all together. Okay. And we call this multi-system chaos. And it is absolutely a business killer. Because when you're doing all of this manually, what you're doing is you're running your business based on a philosophy that says something like, if you want something done right, do it yourself. Well, I'm going to encourage anyone who thinks this way to kind of shift that mentality and repent here and start thinking about things as, if you want something done right, build a process. Okay, process is in place for businesses that are built to last. Process creates and gives you scalability. Okay, you can't have scalable process within your business without the appropriate systems and automation in place where necessary. Okay, a quote that I pulled recently from Entrepreneur Magazine says, in today's competitive real estate environment, automation is not a luxury, it's a requirement for keeping a competitive edge. In fact, the benefits of automation are so numerous, you can't afford to ignore them. And this is quite literally why Chime is in business, okay? And why we do what we do. So what Chime is gives you an IDX website so that people can search. It gives you the ability to run ads and bring people to that website. Optimized marketing that is designed to help you convert leads into customers. A powerful CRM so that those other 90 people that we talked about in the funnel example there, so that you're able to bring them forward and convert them when they're ready. Like I said, people buy when they're ready to buy, not just when you're ready to sell. So what does that mean? Well, optimized lead conversion helps you get leads. So that gives you a premium IDX website, gives you high converting ads that we've tried and tested, built-in social media integrations, Facebook ad forms that are really, really cool, buyer and seller lead generation strategies and forms, all 100% built in. And then the ability to, the right tools, the appropriate tools to convert leads into clients. Okay, so that gives you dynamic lead scoring. This means that if you have a lead that has maybe gone dead for a little bit, but then they start poking around and looking at things again, you know about it right away. Their lead score shoots to the top of the list, and you're able to work with just the hottest people in your database at all times. Also, if a real estate agent is only working out of the office, they're going to have some trouble, right? So we know that you're on the go. So giving you a mobile app and having our entire platform built in a mobile first platform. That way it's always in the palm of your hand. Okay. A power dialer, meaning you can make a lot of calls really fast, and integrated SMS, so text message systems. Okay. Buyer matching, smart suggestions, meaning it's going to prompt you when it sees something happening, maybe out there. It says, hey, you might want to do this, or you might want to follow up with these people. It's going to constantly prompt you based on those things, and it's going to be dynamic to ensure that it's always innovating and improving. Okay. So then nurturing the leads that don't buy right away. So that comes with having that powerful CRM. Okay. CRM stands for Customer Relationship Manager. That means you have a file for every person in the database, file for everything that you're doing along the way. Okay. And what I like about Chime specifically is it's easy to use. Okay. Automated buyer alerts, obviously important. Built-in automated marketing campaigns with proven, tried and tested copy. Business goal reporting, so you can set a goal as what you want to do and be able to report on that and where you're at and be able to forecast things so that you can hold yourself accountable to that. Okay. The other thing that I absolutely love is that we assign you a dedicated success manager here. And that's one person, so that whenever you have a question about anything, you're always connected with one person. You're not calling into tech support and hoping that you get a hold of someone. Okay. Hoping that you get a hold of the right person. Always have one person that you're able to talk to, who helps you initially get things set up, get your contacts in, get your website built, and then also is going to be your point of contact for the life of your account. It's a beautiful thing. Okay. So we've got different plans to meet the needs of different size businesses. So we have an agent plan, comes with 3 users on the account. Okay. And you can split this with a few of your coworkers. If you're a single agent, gives you 3 users. It's $4.99 a month and $500 setup fee. Okay. We've got a team plan. Gives you 15 users, $899 a month and $1,000 setup fee. Gets you everything set up. So recently we've had a lot of people kind of talking about us. We've been making some major waves in the real estate space. So things like Inman saying it's rare that a software and strategy can so smoothly overlap. Okay, we're excited to add Chime to our premier partner list, and then we've got customers coming out of the woodworks who are really excited about what we're doing and how we're helping them grow their real estate business. Talking about how robust the platform is, how user-friendly it is, how much it's helping them engage and re-engage with their clients. That way they can grow and they can focus on what makes them money. Okay, so we do have a promotion running right now. So I don't know if y'all are ready for this. I hope that that going through a promo here doesn't offend anyone. I'm imagining, in my experience, every time I'm working with realtors, it absolutely does not offend them, because this is a group that likes to negotiate in most cases. So we've got our two plans here. Obviously, what we're doing though is we are going to go ahead and take 10% off of the monthly rate of either plan, and then also we're going to take 50% off. That's right, you heard that right, 50% off of that initial implementation. Okay, now if you want to take advantage of this, I'm going to drop a link into the chat here shortly, and you'll be able to fill out a form. It's not going to ask you for payment information. It's not going to do anything. It's just going to connect you with one of our people who can go through, learn about your business, okay, answer any other questions that you have, but ensure that it's going to ensure that you get this promotion, okay? Because again, what I absolutely love is that we give you a lot more. So we give you things like secure data hosting. We give you a platform that's as mobile as you. Test and optimize advertising and marketing. A true partner in in innovation and in how things are growing. So here's the promotion there. Now again, when I'm going to drop this link into the chat. Now the link is just going to be for this page. All that you have to do is just fill out this form, and then that will connect you with someone. It's not going to ask you for payment information. There's no commitment right there. It just puts you in position to get the best possible deal on everything. So let's go ahead and put that into the chat, and then let's start covering the Q&A. So Brandon, do you want to go through and read me some of the questions, and then we'll go ahead and answer those?
Yeah, one of the questions we had here was, how do we find out who our dedicated success manager is?
Brandon, I don't think that yours is. You want to slide around here? I don't think that mic is going. So. All right, so I think the question is, how do we find out who our dedicated success manager is? Actually, Brandon's going to put his email address into the chat to that person, and they will go ahead and we'll have them reach out to you immediately. You can also always, if you're a current client, you can email Steven Lopez as well, which is steven.lopez@chimeinc.com. All right. Let's see here. We've got another one here. If we don't currently have a website, would Chime still be a good fit? Absolutely. Because we're going to build you a website. We're going to be able to get that going for you, get it launched. So no problem at all. Let's see. How about when you have a client and spouse in the system with emails? Can you have the main contact in the system and have the correspondence go to? I think it's asking go to one or the other. You can set it up to do it however however you want it, because that's something that could be different. So yeah, I'm assuming so. So.
I can answer his question in more detail if he wants to reach out to
Okay, yeah, Todd, if you reach out to us, to Brandon, we'll ensure that that gets answered in more detail, and also that you get connected with your success manager who can help you get taken care of. So, how much is Chime for a single user? So the agent package is the beginning, is our beginning package, right, Brandon? So that gives you 3 users, and then you can always add more from there. And so that is the basic package. I can tell you for just about anyone, it is absolutely worth it to move forward with. All right. Let's see. There we go. Just looking at others here. Can we show an example of a built-in auto marketing campaign? Jessica asked. So Jessica, if you fill out the form that I put into the chat, okay, the people who we're going to connect you with absolutely can walk you through a demo to do that. No problem at all. So that's all right. Is there a minimum marketing or ad spend with the commitment on the promo? No. Yeah, you're $300. 300 is the minimum
ad spend.
Okay. My bad. Good thing. That's why they keep Brandon in here. Help me.
We want to make sure that they actually get leads, right?
Yeah, we're going to ensure that you get some leads coming in and everything. So, and again, those are things that we can work through with you. Fill out the form there, and we'll ensure that you get that answered. All right.
So, Rick has a question. He's a mortgage broker. As an agent who wants to share something like this, we do cost share.
So Rick has a question. He's an agent. He's a broker, a mortgage broker, and has an agent that could benefit with something like this. Can we do a cost split so that the mortgage broker is paying for half of it, the agent's paying for the other half? Absolutely, we can do something like that, and we do those types of things all the time. Let's see. Let's see. Any integration? Any integrations with automated postcard follow-up and folks without sell/email? Yes, is the answer to that. Is my we go ahead.
Sister company of ours, Geographic
Yeah.
Farm,
Yeah, our sister company, Geographic Farms, helps facilitate that sort of thing. So, let's see here. We got in the questions. All right.
Let's address some of the current client questions, right? Let them know that what we plan to do is have a webinar with our customer success team.
Yeah.
We can do some of that hands-on stuff because I see a lot of those questions in regards to
So we've got some current clients asking questions about future webinars and stuff. Yeah, so we're going to be working with our customer success team to actually do things like this specifically for clients. That is that's on the books and things that we're planning as we speak. Can we do a cost split where Chime pays 50%? We kind of are doing that already with the 50% off of the implementation. Thanks, Ron. And then we've got, is there a webinar for agents who don't have Chime? Yep, that's what this is. Is there integration with automated? Oh, we got that one already. All right. I think that we got, do you, oh, we're
Arthur
good.
asked about a demo. Let them, Arthur know that afterwards that link to sign up for the demo is how we get a demo.
Do these plans include all modules of IDX, SMS, and marketing, etc.? Yes, right? I mean, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So, yeah, the primary difference between the two, there's a few differences between the two plans, but when it comes to when it comes to having your IDX website, being able to run ads, being able to retarget people, being able to manage your entire sales and marketing process, 100% both these plans do that. All right. So also integration from an integration perspective, the site mentions Zapier, but when you check Zapier, it doesn't. There's no Zap for Chime. Yeah, if you work with when you're working with our success manager, they'll help you connect that up. I promise you, it does. It works fine. Yeah, everything here. We've got open source API. Meaning we can talk with just about anything. Chime's one of the easier platforms to plug into that I've seen over the years. So
Stephen's question: can Chime track email openings without the use of BombBomb? Yes.
So that question was what? Can it track what?
Can Chime track email openings?
Can Chime track email openings without the use of BombBomb? Yes, 100%. It can. No problem. Excuse me.
Two questions in regards to digital advertising. Can we adjust our own Facebook ads, Google ads? When retargeting people as a user, can we adjust that ourselves? The answer to both of those questions is no. We provide them with digital ad managers that actually do all of this for them.
Say that again, Brandon. Sorry.
Yeah.
So,
two questions.
Two questions.
Can we adjust our own Facebook ads, Google ads?
Can we adjust our own Facebook and Google ads?
And then when retargeting people as a user, can we adjust that ourselves?
And then when we're retargeting, can we make those adjustments ourselves? The answer to those is yes.
No,
so it says is that we handled that at Chime. Sorry.
Exactly.
I thought you said yes. I thought you said yes to both.
Yeah, Chime is their digital marketing manager.
We are the digital marketing manager. What is the difference between Chime and Real Geeks? Rick says. Well, for one, a big difference is going to be in the CRM and automation, in having we started as a CRM company and incorporated many of these other things. So the CRM is what helps keep you organized and follow up and makes anything that you ever spend on leads worth spending. The Real Geek started as another system and as an ad system, and then the CRM was more of an afterthought.
And I should probably take this question, Rick. The biggest difference between Chime and Real Geeks, right? Real Geeks does a lot of things great. They've been successful. One thing that we're doing that they're not able to do is going to be with our property alerts. We do not limit that. We can still send daily, weekly, monthly, whatever you would like, without limiting it and getting marked as spam, as a lot of the Real Geeks property alerts are coming out.
Thank you, sir. Can you use a third party for marketing? Yeah, absolutely. You absolutely can. You can push. So I'm assuming you're meaning for like follow-up marketing and things like that, or potentially for advertising. Either case, yes, you absolutely can. All right. Let's see here. Okay. I think that's it as far as let's see. Do you provide ISA support like Boomtown?
We partner with. We were actually in the beginning phase of partnering with Agentology, which will offer our ISA service.
We're partnering with Agentology that will offer our ISA services. So yes. What's the difference between Chime and Commissions Inc? Brandon, you wanna handle this one?
Yeah, so with all of the technologies, right? When we talk about differences, we could go back and forth. But as we all probably know now, in real estate, there isn't a technology missing piece, right? It's more of an adaptive, who's adapting and using the technology. So when it comes to Sync and Boomtown, Chime is right there in terms of all of the same technology. There are very few things that each of us can do a little better than each, but what we're looking for is the best CRM is the one that you're using, right? So one thing that really sets Chime apart from Sync, Boomtown, Sierra Interactive, all of those competitors is the mobile first technology. We built this system on a mobile app first. Everything you can do on a desktop, we make it to where you can do it on a mobile app. Real estate is a mobile business, right? You're always on the move. So our user interface is much easier to use when it comes to the mobile app. But another one of the big differentiators is the ability for us to help you generate those leads through Facebook dynamic ads for real estate agents, things that Sync and Boomtown both aren't doing, right? So I would say those are two of the biggest differentiators. What I really would like is any legacy Boomtown or Sync users out there listening to this, just take a look at what we're doing. Sign up for a demo. It's not going to cost you anything. It takes 30 minutes out of your day. And at the least, you'll actually learn a few things about our system and how we can help set you up for success.
All right. Let's see.
What's John's question?
Yeah, I don't know yet. John, we're looking for your question here, buddy. So then
incorporate functionality, connect listing agents and buyer agents to use the system. Scout has this technology and it would be great for smaller firms users. Hey, John, we actually have been considering this, and we had a conversation with another company actually a few weeks ago in regards to doing something like this. I'd love to take this question offline with you to maybe to find out a little more about what you're looking to accomplish with this. If it's the ability to be able to, pass deals on to someone in another state as a referral and kind of pass those kind of things along, we can talk a little further on that.
And then also sending pictures through SMS at this point right now, Brandon.
It's something on the roadmap.
It's something on the product roadmap. Our guys develop very quick, so it's going to be there very shortly. Does Chime support tags in a CRM? Yes, it does. Let's see here. Let's see. All right. Any others here? I think that we're and then can we leave a personal message to consistent visitors on the website that isn't responding to texts or emails?
Sure, we can build all kinds of workflows and smart plans.
We can build all kinds of workflows and smart plans to be able to facilitate just about anything you want to do. Automated drop voicemail. We're talking about a few weeks. That's going to be dropped in, so to where it automatically leaves the voicemails for people. Pretty cool feature, so that you don't have to actually make those calls. And when they answer, it's not going to be a voicemail. It sounds like you just left them a legitimate voicemail. It's pretty cool. All right. I think that we're about there. I'm going to drop in the link to the page for the promotion. Like I said, fill this thing out. It's gonna be worth it for you. And like I said, because it's not committing you to anything. It just ensures that you're going to get an incredible price should you decide to move forward. Also, we'll be able to connect you with one of our experts who can open up the software for you, break down the needs of your specific business, your team, or if you're an individual, just what you do. Show you some examples of how all that works. So, all right. And And Ron asks, are there conversion rates with current customers that you can share? I don't have that information right here in front of me, but we absolutely do have some examples and what that does. We're not afraid to put the numbers of our clients up against any of these other people, up against Real Geeks or up against any of these other ones, because we know that what we do legitimately works and is there to actually grow your business and do it in a much more efficient, effective, and way than any of these other guys. So, all right. Well, thank you so much. And I think on that note, we're going to go ahead and no, we're not signing off, Brandon. We're going to go ahead and sign off right now. And I hope you have a wonderful day and take care.